Hi, my name's Seibel. I'm founder of Golden Otter Divinations, a conscious living platform for spiritual seekers with leading edge educational resources. I just wanted to take a minute while I'm super raw and in a relaxed state to talk about my dear friend Cornelia Stephanie and the space that she holds for women, especially women entrepreneurs, as they are stepping out of the shadows and into the light. So it's kind of funny that I'm recording this under the blaring sun of, it's an African sun. So I'm here in rural Malawi, which is in the southern part of Africa. And I just recorded my portion of the Change Your Mind Summit last night that Cornelia Stephanie is the summit leader for. And I woke up this morning, I could hardly sleep because I was so excited because it was such a beautiful interview. And it's very rare, especially in my line of work where I'm so used to holding space for other people, that somebody holds space for me in such a way that really let me shine, and not necessarily me, but my story, and the transformative power of that story to help others, which is the whole reason why I felt compelled to be part of the summit and share my story. And I just wanted to take a second and talk about how Cornelia helped hold me in that space, and a little bit of the lead up to the summit, and then what happened after, the morning after. So in the lead up to the summit, as we were starting to refine our messages and what exactly it was that each of us 11 women were bringing to the table, it became really clear that I had some places that I wasn't ready to shine the light on in my own life. And it's not something I had personally highlighted on my journey. And it wasn't something that needed coaxed out, but it was definitely something that needed to see the light. And Cornelia held the space for me to do that, even with all of my blocks that I set up, like terrible tech and recording things that didn't have audio components. I mean, you name it, I put up the metaphysical block, and Cornelia graciously and lovingly held space as I moved through that. And it's very rare in life. I could probably count on maybe one or two hands the times that I've come across a person like Cornelia who walks their walk, not just when times are good, but when times are really tough. In times when most people, especially in business, would say, "Are you kidding me? What were you thinking?" And would give you that feedback that you're looking for that says, "Oh, I'm not supposed to shine right now. I'm not supposed to step out into, whatever this next level is." No, she will hold you in that space. And so if you're considering working with anybody, especially if you are considering being a part of a mastermind, I can't recommend Cornelia highly enough. And then something else I wanted to talk about is the after effects of exposure. And when you bare your soul, like I did the other night on the Change Your Mind Summit, it was the first time in a full hour where I wasn't the one interviewing people, because I usually do that on my radio program, Golden Otter Divinations. And so it was the first time I was being held in that space and being so exposed, and the questions were directed at me. When you're interviewing someone else, you can kind of pick and choose what part of your story you want to come out because you're in the driver's seat. But as the interviewee, Cornelia held me in a space where I was able to truly and authentically express my entire story and bare my soul. And I felt so great. Couldn't really sleep last night, and woke up this morning though with a tinge of excitement, like, wow, I'm so happy that I did that. But also what kind of feels like an emotional or an exposure hangover, where you're going, gosh, did I say too much? Did I show too much of who I really am? And what will people think of me? And that's the ego talking. It wants to keep us small and contained. It's not the language of the soul. I know that. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that for a second because, again, Cornelia is holding me in that space as I move through my exposure hangover and maybe I should call it my exposure burn, which is just the next phase when you start walking into your greatness. All right, so if you're considering working with Cornelia Stephanie, this is my 1,000,000% personal endorsement. If you want to learn more about me, or if you've got any questions about me or Cornelia, I'd be happy to answer them. You can reach me at goldenotter.us. That's golden, like the precious metal, and otter, like the precious animal. All right, signing out from my porch swing in Africa.